So I'm here today with my daughter, and we're going to talk about the latest Alice Cooper album, The Revenge of Alice Cooper. And I'm going to start off talking a bit about our background with Alice Cooper. And this is basically the Alice Cooper band, because I don't go much farther than that.
No, me neither.
And you, what's your sort of experience with the band?
Well, I know most of the band albums. I
Yeah.
haven't heard the last one, or I haven't heard Easy Action actually, unless I probably heard it around the house, but I've never actually listened to it myself. Yeah, I love It to Death a lot. And I like most of them to some degree.
Yeah.
Other than Pretty's For You, I'm not a big fan of that one.
Yeah, well, I got it, but it's not my favorite, but I sort of grew with it.
Yeah.
And for me, I saw Alice Cooper in 1969 when they were doing the Easy Action tour, and I also saw them in 71 doing Love It to Death tour, and went to see them to do the Killer tour in 72, but they got snowed out in the States somewhere, so unfortunately that one didn't happen. But today we're here to talk about the Revenge of Alice Cooper, and this is basically a Alice Cooper band, except for one member, Glen Buxton, who passed away unfortunately in the 90s. But what's your first impressions of The Revenge of Alice Cooper?
Well, you never know what you're going to get with these reunion albums, because I've listened to a lot of full discographies, listened to a lot of bands as they've progressed over the years. And when you get to a certain point, it can be a little dicey. You really don't know what to expect. But I thought that this was better than I thought it could be. So that's a positive.
Well, that's a good start.
Yeah, it's a good start. And yeah, I do think that it was too long for what it was. I generally think that albums should be more concise unless there's a big statement to be made. So I don't know that this needed to be 54 minutes, but I guess that's...
It was a little long, I must say.
But other than that, yeah, I do think
the vocals, like you were talked about processing, weren't processed, or you couldn't hear he sounded a little different, a little older obviously, but he didn't sound like he was, they processed him a lot, because a lot of bands that you do hear that put out albums now, older bands, they just have that sound to them that isn't quite real or something. And
it's sorry.
No, go ahead.
Not necessarily always just in the vocals. Sometimes it's just in the production of the whole thing. Sounds very compressed and, I don't know, just not quite right. But I don't find that they did that very much on this.
Well, they had Bob Ezrin producing, which was a great thing. And I really like the guitar sounds on this. They sounded like they should be the Alice Cooper band.
Yeah.
Guitars and the production, I really, it was a little long for me, but generally, I think there's one song that they could have eliminated to possibly bring it down, and that was Money, I think it's something, Money Screams. I thought that was kind of more of a throwaway tune.
That's the same one I noticed. I said the same thing. I said, maybe, no, actually, that's the one I liked the best.
Oh, well, there you go. There.
I guess I was wrong there. I had that highlighted. The one before it, Famous Face, was the one that I thought
was
a bit generic, and that could have been...
Yeah, to me the other one was kind of generic, but what songs did you like the best on it?
Well, Money Screams was the one I liked the best,
really?
I think.
Okay.
And See You on the Other Side was a good send-off of the album,
I thought that too.
Other than that, though, those were the two highlights.
For me, it was Black Mamba, the first song, which just really has that Alice Cooper sound.
Yeah.
And I really liked the Fly one.
Oh, yeah.
I Hate Flies. Is that what it's called? Kill the Flies. That's the one I really liked. It had that sense of humor. Yeah. Because there was a lot of, I found, nice humor, or a lot of humor, which Alice Cooper band always had.
True.
Because I don't know much about his solo career, but I always liked the humor that was involved and the sort of surreal lyrics that they did, played around with sometimes. And for me, they had Glen Buxton, one song came in, and it was a good song. I don't know, they must have had a demo somewhere.
I think so.
They beefed it up really good. It sounded like it fit right in. And they also did a cover of Keith Relf's song from the Yardbirds, which is I Ain't Done Wrong. I thought that was done pretty good, harmonica and everything. Yeah. So overall, for me, I think it was a good Alice Cooper band album. I mean, if I was going to rate it, and you always like to rate out of 5, basically, I think I'd rate it a strong 4 myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would.
I'm not that high.
No, I know. I
But-
figured that just from
Yeah.
what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good reunion album,
Yeah.
and I was better than a lot that I've heard, like I said
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
And it was an easy listen overall, but
Yeah.
not something I would go back to, and not
Mhm.
something that I think that I thought was even necessarily quite good.
Yeah.
Even if I thought it was relatively
Yeah.
positive, so it's more of a 3 for me, like
Yeah,
more in the
well,
okay.
that's cool.
But that's better than I expected, actually.
Yeah.
I really didn't think I'd get that high. So.
For me, it fits into the Alice Cooper realm band, the Alice Cooper band realm.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
it does.
fits in nicely, and like as a reunion. Well, I don't know if you call it a reunion album. It's just, it's just a band getting back together, which I guess is a reunion album. Ultimately, I mean, it might be a one-off. I don't know.
I feel like the closing song kind of felt like it was just a bit of a.
Yeah.
It felt like a closer to not just the album, but even just like
See
a
you on the
final
other side.
statement,
Yeah,
maybe.
see you on the other side has a kind of connotation of
Yeah.
well, but it could be the working of another album. Who knows?
Could be, yeah.
See you on
Really
the other
could be,
side.
yeah.
Like the other side of an album or the other side
Yeah.
of music. But there's one song on there that I thought was kind of a throwback to the early songs, and that was "What a Sid." Was a throwback to their first 2 albums.
Yeah.
Had that humor and had that kind of sound that they, like at the beginning, they were really experimenting with different forms of music, and it has kind of a bouncy kind of a
Yeah.
early Alice Cooper sound to it.
I kind of thought it sounded like a bit of a spy song, like kind of Pink Panther
Oh, yeah.
theme or something.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
it
well,
reminded me of.
That's a
Yeah.
throwback for sure.
Yeah, it did feel a little bit like they were throwing back kind of to a pulpy 50s kind of vibe a lot of the time.
Yeah, with the cover especially.
And maybe that's more like just a throwback to their own growing up and getting into music
Yeah,
and their inspirations. It kind of felt like there was a tie-in. I mean, not a
Yeah.
overt one necessarily, but like an underlying theme,
Well, the cover,
perhaps.
the
Yeah.
cover definitely
And,
goes
yeah, it
as a
fits with
throwback
fits
to
with
the
the cover.
50s poster kind
Yeah,
of thing.
so it does all kind of fit together that way.
So that's a basic overall review on The Revenge of Alice Cooper, the Return album, The World Was Afraid Of. Were you afraid of it at all?
No,
No, I don't think I was really afraid of
I
it.
was more just like,
Well,
uh-oh.
the first song about the snake was a little scary.
Oh, yeah. I guess it depends on how you feel about snakes.
I know. Overall, I think it's a good album, and you think it's okay.
It's decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So long.
Bye.